my channel. It's me, Juliana. So I was scrolling through Instagram and Pinterest and different websites, and I found this picture of Rihanna from the 2017 Met Gala with this really cool pink makeup look. And then I found that Fenty Beauty actually did a tutorial on how to get Rihanna's cool Met Gala makeup look. So I'm gonna try to follow that tutorial and recreate it today. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Like it if you like it, subscribe and comment down below. So yeah, let's just get into this video. So I looked at the tutorial a little bit before, like the first few minutes before I started, and in the video they started with like the base done, so I'm gonna do like my foundation and concealer and stuff like that. First I'm gonna start off with primer, and I'm using the NYX Angel Veil primer. So I have combination skin, so I only really use a little bit of this like right in my T-zone, right on my nose, on my chin, and then in the center of my forehead. The rest of my face is really dry, so I find if I put like a magnifying primer like all over my face, the other places I'll just break out because it'll be clog my pores and not be great. Alright, so next I'm going with foundation. I'm using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the shade Porcelain. When I'm doing like a more full coverage look, I like to use like a brush like this, like a denser, fluffier brush instead of a beauty blender. I still like to use a beauty blender, but I do it more when I'm my everyday makeup, when I'm just in a rush. I like the coverage I get with a brush like that, but sometimes it does leave a lot of texture on my face. So I'll go in with a beauty blender and just like smooth out the texture. Okay, so next I'm going with concealer, and I use the Giorgio Armani concealer in shade 3. I'm just going to blend that out using a flat brush like this. This one's from Real Techniques. Okay, so next I'm going to set all of this using my Maybelline Fit Me powder, which is this one. And then I like to take loose powder on a beauty blender and just put it under my eyes. I don't like bake and like leave it on, but I just pack it under my eyes and then on my face. First I'm gonna prep my eye. I use the Milani eyeshadow primer. Okay, so now I've solidified my base set, so I'm gonna start the tutorial and try to recreate this makeup look.
Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to get one of Rihanna's most iconic looks from the Met Gala 2017, where she actually debuted our new Kilowatt foil. My model Yvonne is already Fenty face prepped, so I'm just going to get right into it. I'm going to take our Kilowatt foil in Sangria Sunset, and I'm going to take our highlight brush, dip into the product, and just really go for it.
So she's using the Kilowatt highlighter in Sangria. I don't have that one, but I have a couple different pink options. Like I have a blush palette and then a couple lighter highlighters and some eyeshadows, so I figured I'd try to like mix a couple of them together and like layer them to get a similar look. Okay, so I looked up the shade that they used, and I'm looking at what I have, and I think I have there's a matte shade in my James Charles Morphe palette. I have the mini one that I think matches the shade really well, and then I have a highlighter from Wet n Wild. Here, I'll show you that. So this is the highlighter I have, and it's like this rose gold pink highlight. And then, yeah, so I think my best bet is to go in with that like bright pink neon shade from the James Charles palette, and then put the highlighter over it.
Focusing it more on the outer end of the eyes.
So in the video, she said just go for it and focus on the outer ends of the eye. So I'm gonna start on this eye. She used a highlighter brush. I'm gonna start with like one of these for the eye, and then I'll sort of add the highlighter brush later, but I just want to get started. Okay, so I'm gonna go in. She said she focused on the outer portions of the eye. I think this is sort of getting somewhere. I mean, it obviously looks disgusting right now, but a lot of times makeup looks come together when they look disgusting in the beginning.
Brow bone, outer lid, then taking it up and out onto the temple area.
Okay. Saying to bring it out to the temple. And then I just fix this one. So now I'm gonna go in with a slightly bigger brush and go into that same pink color to remove the excess. Bring it out to the temple, or drag it out. And I'm gonna like angle it down a bit because I know it's gonna like contour and come down.
And just really blending it around and then applying it on our cheekbone.
So now that I sort of see the direction this is going and how it's like more sheer with the bigger brush, I'm just trying to blend like where I put it on my eyes initially, because I think with the eyeshadow brush it's a little more vibrant. And this is a little bit of a more vibrant shade, which I think is okay. It's gonna turn out a little bit different, but I think once we mix it with the highlight shade, it'll come together.
I want to do a light wash of color first, and then I can really amp up my specific areas later by layering my highlight. So this is the same creamy formula that we all know and love from our original Kilowatts, except with a more high impact metallic finish. I'm also applying the Kilowatt foil on the eyelid. You can always apply these on the eyes, face, body, anywhere you really want to shine. Our highlighting brush is perfect for applying your highlight on your cheekbone.
Okay, so at this point, I want to shear some parts out a little bit because I think I'm a little too heavy. I'm saying patchy in a few spots, like right there. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a beauty blender and try to like take away some of the product. Blend it in.
because it perfectly hugs your cheek and applies your highlight seamlessly and flawlessly. I'm going to take a little bit of our Ginger Binge Kilowatt and start to deepen up our highlight.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna recreate this on the other eye, and then I'll go back and sort of deepen it up and add more depth to it.
Now I'm going to go back in with my Sangria Sunset, and I'm going to apply it all underneath the bottom lash line. And right at the outer end of the eye, I'm going to connect it to the rest of the shadow that just seamlessly blends into our tops of our cheekbones and our temple area. So you really get that flawless blend, and you really blur the...
Okay. So now I'm saying to take a bit more of the pink color and go under your eye, to your cheekbone and make sure it blends smoothly.
And I'm going to take some more of my Sangria Sunset and just dab it on the eyelids to really get more of an intense color payoff. These Kilowatt foils have a lot of color in them. It's all about how you layer them. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Fire Crystal and I'm going to apply it right on the inner corners of the eye.
So right now, I'm just deepening up the look on the actual eye, and then I'm gonna highlight my inner corners. So there's this coral shimmer shade in my James Charles Likes Morphe palette that I think would be a good inner corner highlight, sort of to go with the pink and warm colors. Alright, so I'm just gonna spray my brush with some water and then dip into that shade. I like that as a highlight, but I'm gonna add like a pinkier one on top, just to really, or no, I'm gonna add my rose gold highlighter on top.
Now I'm going to take a little bit of Mimosa Sunrise and apply it right on the apples of the cheek. Just lightly
Okay. So I'm gonna take that corally orange blush from my E.L.F. palette and put that on the apples of my cheek now.
blend it in to our Sangria Sunset to get a perfect blend. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of our Fire Crystal and I'm going to start to apply it on the eyelids, layering over our Sangria Sunset.
Okay. So then I'm going to take that highlighter I have again and I'm going to wet the brush to get the most intensity.
just to give more of a pop. And our kilowatts are formulated for layering, so don't be afraid to use as many colors as you want to create the dimension and the depth that you're looking for. Then I'm going to take some of our Sangria Sunset and I'm going to apply that right in the crease. For more saturation under the eyes, I actually wet my brush, dipped it into my kilowatt foil, and then applied it on the eye. And now I'm going back with my Sangria Sunset and just really saturating the color.
Okay, so it's just brightening this up more. Okay, so I don't love that it's just like one color in the crease and then that goes onto my cheekbones. I think I want more dimension in the eyes. So there's a burgundy, purpley shade in my palette that I think I'm gonna use to add some more dimension. So I'm gonna use a different fluffy brush that's a little bit more tapered.
So if you have our Galaxy palette, a really cool thing that you can do is take Milky Way and apply it right on top to give that really beautiful glittery effect that Rihanna had.
Okay, so I'm gonna take that highlight again, and this is step one. I'm gonna try to just basically paint it like on everything that's like on my cheekbone and stuff to give it that more highlighted look.
Now I'm just going to finish up the look with a little bit of eyeliner and mascara. Now I'm just going to go back in with a little bit of my concealer.
Okay. So now I'm going to do eyeliner, mascara, and then lashes and stuff. And then I'll do my brows and come back. Okay, so I've added lashes, liner, mascara, and done my brows, which I think make a really big difference. So let's continue watching the tutorial.
To clean up underneath the eyes and give a nice little highlight effect.
So she's saying to put concealer under the eyes to highlight even more. We'll do that. Like that. And for this I'm gonna use my beauty blender because I don't want super full coverage. There we go. Up too much of the pink. There we go. That.
Perfect. I'm taking my Matchsticks matte in the color Wheat and applying it with a precision sponge right underneath the inner corners of the eyes. Next I'm going to go in with a little bit of our Invisimatte blotting powder underneath the eyes and the rest of the face. Next I'm going to do lip. I'm going to be using our Mademoiselle lip color in the color Madame.
So I don't have that lipstick, so I'm gonna try to swatch a couple different ones. The first, it's like the color Rihanna had was like a dark berry burgundy kind of color, so I'm gonna see what I can do. First one I have is this shade Pretty Natural from Milani. I mean, that's okay, but it's like not as dark. I have like a red, cause like I don't really wear berry tones or dark lipsticks. I wear a lot of nudes. I feel like red would be too harsh with this though. Yeah. It's like a super matte lipstick, so I feel like I'm just gonna do the Pretty Natural shade and then put the gloss over it. It's not like as dark, but that's okay. Yeah, I think that's workable. I'm gonna take this gloss. Okay, so I'm gonna fix my hair now because it's kind of gross. So let's see, what was Rihanna's hair like? She had bangs in the photo, but she had a bun. So I'm gonna attempt to do a bun as well, just to get the look. Right. Okay, so I definitely didn't turn myself into Rihanna. But I actually really like this look and how it turned out. It's definitely like out there and bold. I really like doing looks like this and following tutorials like this for fun. I'm definitely not like the best or like a makeup artist or anything, but I think this is like how I learned how to do different makeup techniques, by watching a ton of beauty gurus and just recreating their looks. And I definitely had a lot of fun recreating this like pink look. I think it's really fun. It was different, it's challenging, so yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and following along this tutorial with me. And I hope you all like and subscribe and tune in for the next video.